Hey, techno mediums. Amy's back, and we are back at the Pirate Museum parking lot. We haven't been here in a long time, at least a couple months anyway. I think it's a crane, or maybe a swan, that little white dot there. And it's gotten chilly. All the pretty flowers are gone. It's gotten chilly. So I will ask you to excuse me while I get back in where it's warm. I have my little easy to ding bell. I have my little fake crystal ball, my detective friends over there, and the energy ball, which is looking pretty good right now. So there we have it. We are trying to get Spirit to talk, so we will turn on the Spirit box. I haven't had much lately, and I certainly haven't been on the Cape for a while. So, nothing coming through on the seer. Sorry, I'm wiggly. But, wow, nothing coming through on the talker. Spirits, I have prepped you and spoken to you earlier and asked you to come along and hang out. Where'd you go?
Hospital.
You went to the hospital, I'm sorry. Have you been hanging around at the hospital? I know hospitals are very haunted places. Wow, it's so cold out, my hands hurt. I was not ready for that. So that's why I'm staying in here where I can get away from the wind. I have, in the back here, things set up so I can paranormal pod back there when it gets really cold. Hospital, that's not my son's dad, Ryan, is it? Every time I sit here, I get somebody who I believe had cancer or heart condition, and they show up and want to chat.
Understanding.
Thank you. I do understand. And you are welcome. I hope you are doing well. I really do. Boy, you're blowing in the wind, aren't you? Let's see if we can relocate you a little bit so it's not so windy, where we might. Spirit might actually do their thing. So, I'm back on the Cape, playing taxi for the daughter, because it's gotten too expensive to have a car. Whoops. Wind blew that. Knocked it right over. Okay, well, then that's not going to work. Because that is a motion detector, and it works when the wind blows and such. Sometimes when you put something next to the energy ball, it'll work by itself, like that.
Yes, definitely.
That one can be shut off, and it will work with the energy ball next to it.
Healing.
Healing, huh? Oh, that was on. Okay. Okay. So that was on, and I put it next to the energy ball to make the difference. Alright. So I have things for you to play with, spirits. Hospitals are supposed to give you healing, yeah. So, let's see. I need for you to come along. I've got some cards. We could play cards. I'll probably be here maybe an hour. Can't have the... We'll have to wait and see if all that wind made it too noisy for my little intro with the bird who's out there in the water. But we've hit that time of year when we're going to have to use the paranormal pod. Hi, Macy. How are you? Can you tell me something about yourself? Mm-hmm. Please, please. Just moving a little bit. So that I can...
Eric.
Hello, Eric. Whoop. Forgot about that one too. See if I can get you to stand up on your own for a minute. There you go. That will allow me to not need my hands to hold the camera for a bit. That's me bumping into the bell as I reach for something on the floor. Spirit cat is making all kinds of noise because I'm trying to set her down. There you go. Alrighty, I think I've got everything set. Oh, except for the ghost detector. And I even have... Will that work? Alright, got enough wind for a little bit of... It really is cold. Jasmine, huh? Jasmine, can you tell me something about yourself? Because I know of a Jasmine that hangs around with a dark entity and I really don't deal with them. Alright? Yeah. Look at you making all kind of noise. Alright, this is just me turning this back on. Alright, we'll see if that'll work. If it goes off too much, we'll have to shut it off. Alright, so I've got Eric and Jasmine. Hello, Eric and Jasmine. My name's Amy, and I have all these toys and devices that help me to talk to you. I hope you will take advantage of them. I don't know, you can't... The spinner doesn't really spin in that position.
Andrea.
But, hi, Andrea. Andrea pops in every now and then. Hi, Andrea. What can I do for you? I knew an Andrea in school, an Andrea Ryberg. That wouldn't be you, would it? I've lost an awful lot of people I went to school with. Anyway, so I've got...
You're not at peace.
No, I'm sorry. I've got my spinner there and a couple of ghost detectors. The ball needs them to touch the little spot on it. And the other one is just a motion detector. An easy peasy bell. And of course, we've got the spirit talker over there. So, here I got you looking at what water I can find. So. Is that the wind doing that? Should I shut the window over there a little bit? To stop some of the wind? Okay. Alright. I don't know how long I'm here for, but I think I'm ready. I got all my devices up and functioning.
Positive.
Yes, let's stay positive. So, Eric, Jasmine, and Andrea, you say you're not at peace. Is there anything I can do to help you be at peace? I'll say a prayer or call the helper team. Of course, you can call the helper team. You just have to remember their names. Which would be, to my best knowledge, a Rosemary, a Mary Ellen, a Walter, an Adrian, and possibly an Alan, a Gary, a Shauna. I think they're kind of like helpers in training, the last three. But if you will holler out for them, they have been known to show up and give assistance. I do not like the idea that you are not at peace. You're free from the...
Above.
Yes, above. You are free from worries and, paying rent and having to eat, disease, needing clothes. You should be happy and free. If you think hard enough, you can go anywhere in the universe, in my opinion. But I know it's lonely because humans don't talk to you. The living don't talk to you. They don't see you. They don't know you're still there. They've been taught that once you're dead, you're gone. And a few of us know that's not true. The wind is blowing my vehicle back and forth. It is seriously windy out there. But none of the little things are going off, so we're good, we're good. So guys, talk to me. I can't get over how much the vehicle's moving. Maybe the camera will show you that it's jiggling a little bit. It's just sitting on the dashboard, propped up. And the whole truck's been wiggling. Have I lost you? Eric, Jasmine, and Andrea? Hello? Come back.
Butterflies.
Ah, butterflies bring me a very dear friend. It is her sign. I don't know why she doesn't like to give her name, but that's all right. Hello, butterfly friend. I will be seeing your daughter in a couple of days. I say prayers for her every day. We'll get her back to a safe place. We will. Next. And there goes the truck again. Wow. I have both windows. Oh, that one's open a little bit. But anyway, I've got one window open about 6 or 7 inches and the other one open maybe 1.5 inches. And when the wind comes at me from, I guess it's from the north, because I'm not sitting west. So it's a northern wind. It's freezing cold. And when it comes through real with a big gust, it shakes the whole vehicle. Butterflies, talk to me. You okay? There's only so much I can do, sweetie. But I'm trying. Still waiting for that $1 million.
Allison.
Hi, Allison. Okay. Now, there was another spirit chatter who did a session series for a lady named Amy Allison. And she's down in the South somewhere. And I had thought that was kind of interesting since her name was so close to mine, except for the sun at the end. So I don't know, is this Allison as a first name or Allison as a last name? They breeze by. It's like maybe there's a whole bunch of them, and they just jump in and say the word they think is most relevant or most important. Right?
Emma.
Hello, Emma. Welcome. So now I got 4 names. 5 names. Hi. You'd think with 5 spirit names somebody could set something off, or
Warm.
you want to come in where it's warm? Please do. Please do. Come on in the truck and get warm. I didn't know that spirits could feel temperatures, but it does seem like they can. Or at least they are aware of the fact that it's time for it to be cold out. And it is cold enough to make your hands hurt in the wind. So maybe they can feel it blowing through them or something. I don't know. But they are welcome to come in and get warm and hang out with me till I gotta go.
Necro.
Necro. A Latin word for death, I think, or the dead.
My life was good.
I'm so glad to hear that. Are you one of the people from this property? I am, again, at the overflow parking lot for the Widow Pirate Museum. And it's one of my favorite spots because I think some of the pirate spirits are still attached to the stuff in the museum. And when I first started doing this, and I first started doing it down here on the Cape, I got quite a lot of stuff from Sam Bellamy, his lady love Maria. I did a little bit of spirit work for them, and they don't come by no more. They said thank you, farewell, and off they went to do some of the stuff I told them they could do, which would be reincarnate, mostly. I called the spirit helpers for them, and literally, for Sam Bellamy, Maria, and John Smith, who was the cabin boy. He was like 12, 13 years old. And he, too, came along, and I've got a video of him playing with the spinner. And he, too, said he was off. He was moving on. And I'm hoping they all went to get reincarnated into our pretty cool world. One of our spirits has just said bye, B-Y-E, goodbye. Bye. Was that Eric, Jasmine, Andrea, Allison, or Emma who said goodbye, I wonder? Andrea and Emma popped through a lot, so maybe it was one of them. I can't post a film that doesn't have some good stuff in it.
Nana.
Yes, that's me. Nana. Somebody knows me. Somebody remembers that I was here all summer long. Huh. I would love it if you'd come through and give me a picture.
Collapse.
I'm sorry. Collapse doesn't sound very good. I would love it if you would come by this rectangle here and just get near it and think a thought really hard. And it will give me a picture. The other day, I was at I believe it was, I think it's the Winslow Cemetery. Anyway, it's from the 1600s. And there is a guy buried there who is named Daniel Webster. And if you Google him, you'll see he was a Secretary of State sometime before 1860, I think it was.
It's difficult.
I know. I know it's difficult, but you're doing such a good job. So, he has a property in my hometown where I spent time in the summer because they put a summer camp there. And then he's buried down the street, and I often go to visit that cemetery. And I got a clear image of a Halloween type witch in that cemetery. And I'm saving that to use for the thumbnail, maybe for this one if she'll come through. I've been getting ghost tube seer images, but not that I could use, because if they come through and I'm not filming, they're in a gallery and I can't, they're on the phone that I film with, so it's harder to show you those pictures, but I can put them on as a thumbnail. So I will be using the witchy thumbnail because I do have a video where she says, "You saw me," and I may send that one out tonight. So anyway, I had gone there because he's a politician, Daniel Webster is, and I wanted to see what he thought about what was going on in our world today. But he didn't respond very well, just the witchy one did. So maybe that's a clue as to what's going on. Someone's pulling some hocus pocus. Anyway, so I have gotten, bye Nana, collapse, it's difficult and nasty. Now, when I got the hospital a little while, my grandma? Wow. My grandma never has come through as grandma. She comes through with her names. And so that's really neat. I am a grandma. Do you mean, am I a grandma? They call me Nana. My family does. And is this my grandma? Or somebody calling me grandma? Can you give me a little more than that? I would love it if it was my grandma. My grandma has a special name that we called her. We didn't call her grandma. Horse. I love horses. I always have.
Some.
And some horses? Okay. And every now and then, I get the name of a horse I loved just for a little while when I was a little girl. I went to camps when I was a kid, and one of them was a Girl Scout camp that was horseback riding. And there was a horse there named Cobweb. If you watch my videos, you know the story. And I wanted Cobweb. He was for sale, and he was just my size. And I begged, and I begged, and I begged, and my mother couldn't. We didn't have room for Cobweb, nor did my mom have money for him. And so I didn't get to have him. But I have lots of ghost tube seer images of horses. So maybe I'll use a horse for this one.
Carl.
Okay, that's Carl with a K. Normally I get a Carl with a C who comes up from Virginia, because the guy that usually does spirit chat with him has not been spirit chatting with him, has not been focusing on him. And which is just as good, not just as well, because I think this particular entity causes problems. So if you're that Carl, keep going. Be on your way. If you just change the spelling, thinking I wouldn't think it's you. If you are a different Carl, hello. I hope you are well. But yeah, maybe I'll use the horse for this one, for the thumbnail, because it said horse. Got to have relevance. Absolutely have got to have the relevance. So, spirits, I've been yapping and babbling and being in. Spirit likes to call me inane when I babble. So, come along. Bring me something. Horse, could you bring me an image on the ghost tube seer of yourself? Now, I do have a relative who passed, I believe, from cancer. He's one of my kids' dads. I mention him quite often.
Towards.
And he was also a heroin addict way back in the day. And horse, of course, was a term for heroin. So you got to remember all this stuff when you're trying to decipher the words. And you only get the one word, you don't get anything else to go with it. But nasty and horse could be some nasty, heroin. But of course, that's just a guess. Now, collapsed nasty horse might mean somebody died from some nasty heroin that had fentanyl in it. That's entirely possible. And I know a couple people in those shoes too. I have a couple of friends who lost their children to fentanyl. So guys, am I close? Am I getting anywhere? Am I accurate? Am I going towards the truth? Am I getting there? Tell me something good. Meow, meow. Tell me. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Now, yesterday, I came across my favorite religious...
They hear me scream.
I'm sorry, that must suck. My favorite church hymn, which was In the Garden, sung by Alan Jackson. And, but it's on the phone that I'm filming with. That's the one that goes, I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses. That one. Revulsion. Am I making you revulsed singing my God song? Too bad. Tough. And the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. Yes, I was in choir when I was a kid. Can you tell? I am doing my damnedest to get past the sadness I feel for my country. Getting past being embarrassed for my country. Because
Alice.
Other country men and women have made a grave mistake. And they just don't know it. But they will. If we don't find a way out of it, they will. Alice. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. I really mean it. Okay, Alice? Are you from our time? Do you remember that song? Or are you from long ago? Earlier they were giving me 1800s numbers.
Neither.
Neither? When's your time? Can you tell me when your time was? I'm getting a little relevant chat here. Alice, what time are you from? Are you from the 40s? I've been getting the 1940s. I would love for some vets to come through. It is going to be Veterans Day very soon. So those of you who remember November 11th is Armistice Day. It is now Veterans Day.
I'm attached to the forest.
Good. That's a wonderful place to be attached to if it stays the forest and developers don't come along and cut it down. Where was I? So I am going to be trying to do a service member relevant video in the next day or two for the 11th. Alice, you didn't tell me what your time period is. Can you? Can you go over to the ghost detector and make it go woo? Or the spirit cat? Or come over here and get a little energy from the energy ball? Feel free. I've got all the wind stopped, so none of the wind items are moving. Come on, spirit. Come on. And it goes dead silent. Just like that. Vincent, John Vincent, you used to come and chat with me here. Where are you? I haven't heard from you in a while.
Gabriel.
Hi, Gabriel. Is this Gabriel, my daughter's friend? Or Archangel Gabriel, who is always welcome? Archangel Gabriel, the angel of emotions. You are welcome. If it is my daughter's friend, hi. Hi, Gabriel. I hope you're feeling better. I know quite a few young people who decided this world was not quite what they had planned. And they went home, by choice. There's one, I hope he's reincarnated by now. I went to school with him, and his name was Jody, and he was such a handsome young man. And I heard that he got in a car accident and got paralyzed. And that was not his plan. And he went home. But he never comes through. I wish he would.
Equality.
We are fighting for equality. We are still fighting for equality. Yes, we are. Yeah. To the ladies.
Avoid this area.
Why? I do really well in this area. Why do you want me to avoid it? I never have trouble here. There are dark spirits here. But, you know, there's dark spirits everywhere. But yeah, back to that equality thing. See, Spirit's watching. We ladies, we were fighting for equality a few days ago, and we got our ass handed to us. So, America is not quite ready for true equality yet. America would rather have any man, a criminal man, a disrespectful man, any man in the presidency, except for a woman who might actually get something done. And that's how I feel about it. If you don't like that, or you don't feel that way, feel free, to move along. I don't need anybody that bad.
I am Damien.
Oh yeah? The Damien? Damien carries a negative connotation because of Hollywood. So, are you that Damien? It's funny that he says, I am Damien, as opposed to, my name is Damien, or just Damien.
Cyanide.
Cyanide. That's a poison. Damien and cyanide. Okay.
Fall.
Yeah, cyanide will make you fall. Yes, it will. It will kill you. So, cyanide is a method by which the prisons kill people. Did they put you in jail and they killed you with cyanide and you thought you fell? Is that what you're telling me? This area here, in my opinion, because of the images I've gotten on the Ghost Tube Seer, and I have shared them in my videos, it was once, at the very least, a speakeasy and a gambling place back in the days of Prohibition, because I got cops and people that looked like 50s mobsters, the suits and the fedora hat, and then I got an image of people in a paddy wagon being hauled off to jail like they had just been busted for, illicit entertainment. And I got some images of things like steaks and butchers. So I Googled the word butcher in relation to the mob, the Boston mobs. And sure enough, I got the butcher of Basin Street. His name is John Vincent Marcoloni or something Italian. And he was indeed in Whitey Bulger's Winter Hill Gang. So those negative energies
The loft.
hang around here. I get the loft a lot. I don't know what it is. And maybe it was a place they partied or something.
Shot.
And see, we're coming through with the darker things. Who was shot, and did they bury you in this water?
Mabel.
Hi, Mabel. I hope you weren't shot. Are you one of the people from the speakeasy, Mabel? Because I know you guys are here. Anyway, I got vanished, and they let me know that people in this water, there are people in bodies in that water that you're looking at. And then I got the word, what the heck's his name? Anyway, I got words that kind of referred to Whitey Bulger. And it was his first name, which I forget right now, and the word white. And he would tell the other spirits to shut up. Yep, here's the word sea, S-E-A. That water is salt water that comes from the ocean. So, yeah. Who got shot? Was that... Let's see, I've got I Am Davian, Cyanide, Fall, Audrey, The Loft, Shot, Mabel, C. So, I'm going to say one of the victims was a woman. All right, thank you guys. Appreciate it. A lot of times you work with the voices in your head that are your spirit guides. And you have to get used to them. You have to decide which is your voice, your own consciousness, or somebody else. Hello, Jess.
He thrives on fear.
He damn sure does. I came here earlier in the summer and taught you not to feed on that. Do not be afraid of them. They can't hurt you. If you are a good heart and good intent, and you have your faith in God, they can't touch you unless you let them by being afraid of them. Okay? Nothing changes that. That's a
Dark energy everywhere.
Okay. All right. Then I will put up my crystal pyramid of light and protect us all. Come on in the crystal pyramid of light. They can't come in. When I go, you make your own crystal pyramid of light. Stop trying to make me not be able to talk. I'll never shut up. I might stumble in my words, but I won't shut up. Mother, Father, God, please bless and protect the good spirits of this land. I'm sure you know who they are. Keep them safe. Help them protect themselves. Keep the negatives away from them. Guide them with your brilliant, everlasting light. Take them to where they most want to be. By my will, so mote it be. I know God and the universe do this for me and them. Amen. And some people might not think that prayer helps, but it does. Every time I say a prayer, they send me a thank you on some level. So, spirits, do you want me to stop? Excuse me. Do you want me to shut off the box?
Thank you.
See? Never fails. If you say a prayer for the spirits, they will thank you. It never fails. You're very welcome, spirits. Spirit, I'm not sure I'll be down here much this winter. Maybe once a week or so. But you can find me. Just look for my light, and I'll be over the bridge, a little past Plymouth.
Children are playing.
Good. Tell them come on over here and play with Spirit Cat. All they got to do is bump into it, and they will make it go off. And it will ooh and coo and chitter and chatter. Same thing with the little ghosty thing there. Go up and bump into that, and it will go woo. Shop. We're talking about spiritual things, not so much physical things. And we do work, the spirit box does work on radio waves. And it is coming up on Christmas season. So when it says things like shop, I think it's just something it's picking up from the local radio waves. I don't consider a word like shop to be
I'm attached.
particularly relevant. You're not attached. I'm not attaching to me. Nobody's allowed to attach to me or my truck. You can visit in my truck. I don't mind you being in my truck. But when I leave, you stay here, just like any other friend. You don't follow your friends to their house, right? Your friends come and visit, or you visit with them, and then you go back where you started from, or where you consider your home is. All right? So no, I don't accept any attachments. You cannot attach. That is forbidden. You can get some energy from this by touching it.
Definitely.
Or the little ball down here, the energy ball. You can get some energy there, but you cannot attach. Cannot attach to the devices I use. You cannot attach to the truck that gets me here. You cannot attach to me because I am well protected. Okay? I hope we've made that very clear.
Renewal.
Renewal. Being in the spirit realm is supposed to be about renewal and resurrection and reincarnation. Although they took the reincarnation part out of the Bible. It's in there a teeny tiny bit, and you really have to look for it. Like when it says,
Gregory.
Hi, Gregory. Like when it says something about Saul being before someone else, or being the same person. There are a couple of sentences that speak in that way, but that's about it. Because they did not want people thinking they had another chance. The Roman Catholic Church of Jesus' time, they didn't want people thinking they had another chance or that they would get another chance. They wanted people thinking, you only get this chance, and, we can kill you, so you have to do what we want. That wasn't true. That was all just control. And, anybody can
We
pick
are
up.
gathering energy.
Good. Like, looking at this energy ball, and I'm not seeing you, because there is a line that you can see that, let me show you. If they touch it, that's what I'll see. And I have never seen them touch it, although I do think they get energy from it, because they maybe don't have to touch it to get the energy from it. So when there's a break in the chat, that's what they're doing. They're gathering up their energy. So I bring them something to help them do that a little quicker. My energy ball. I have seen, I think that it was, I can't remember. I watch Jade and Mandy and Amy and Jared, who are the developers of the Ghost Tube Seer and the Ghost Tube products. And one of them, in an earlier episode, has an energy ball. So I thought I was being brilliant with that, but come to find out, it was just a shared idea.
Anna.
Hi, Anna. I do know of an Anna, A-N-N-A, but we were never friends. It's just a name of somebody I know. That's the ex-wife of my ex, who is now transitioning. He is on life support. And he pops in and he knows I don't want to talk to him. So he uses other people's names. And again, if you've watched my videos, you've heard of this. So anyway, hello, Anna. Are you Anna from here or just somebody using that name?
$16.
Were you 16, Anna? When you passed? Were you with Titanic? Are you one of the Titanic people? Because there was many people who were coming over here from what's now the UK, from Ireland and England,
Lover.
when they were young. Anna 16 lover. Well, I haven't gone in that direction in many a year because I'm old, and no offense, but old men are ugly. We get women, old women get ugly too, but
Happened here.
we're like, we're nanas, so we can get away with it. But yeah, there aren't no pickings when you get to be my age. Lover, Anna 16 lover happened here. Okay. Anna, are you telling me that you had a lover when you were 16 and that happened here? Is that what you're saying? You're doing really good in trying to make a story. That's very clear and understandable. So thank you. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing your story. Did that lover do something to you? Is that why you're telling me? Did he cause your demise? Well, either way, you did great telling a story. Not many people give me that much that's clear to understand. Well done. Well, techno mediums, we've had a pretty good morning, to be honest. And,
Yes, sir.
Now, something like that, it's almost like they're talking to somebody else, but they're near, so it comes through. Who are you calling sir? And why? You remember the word equality? Well, you don't have to. Once you're in spirit, you're not lower than anybody.
Name.
You give me your name. That's what I want, is your name. Who's sir? Who was your lover? Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me something happened here, and then somebody will come along and tell you to do something, and you said, yes, sir. And I asked for a name, and you just said name instead of giving me a name. So is somebody intimidating you? Is there a spirit? And you also said dark energy everywhere. He thrives on fear. Is there somebody harassing you?
I'm taking my time.
Okay. That's all good. I was about to sign off and say goodbye and start another one. So, wow. Okay. Well, you take your time. That's okay. There's a flag flapping in the breeze back there. Well, spirits, thank you so much. You've been wonderful. I haven't had this much interaction in months. You did great. I'm going to sign off this one, though. Excuse me. They can't get, my films can't get too long. My videos can't get too long, or I won't be able to use them. So, stick around, and I'll do another one. Okay? But for this one, Techno Mediums, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And to my new subscribers, you're awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to the spirits who have communicated with me today, thank you. And remember, your mind is everything. You don't have a physical body. You can call out to Rosemary, Mary Ellen, Walter, and Adrian anytime, and they will help you with the dark ones. Until next time, white light crystal pyramid protection over you.
Whisper.
I'll be back.